everyone. Thank you for joining in. Today you're going to need 2 blocks or thick books. You're going to need a strap, or you can use a belt or a scarf that you don't mind pulling a little bit. And then we're going to use a blanket, and I'm very excited because I just got a new blanket. And we're going to use it with my favorite function, which is sliding. So if you're on a wood floor, perfect. If you are not, I've used paper plates to slide, as well as books. Usually a paper back cover may work well for that. So if you don't have that, see if you can find that in your house really quickly. And yeah, really quickly, the overhead plane is usually out of frame, so I'll try my best to explain to you what's going on overhead. It usually happens when we're standing or when the arms are overhead. That's just based on my New York apartment space. And I just created a new playlist called Reload, and it's on my website. It's a Spotify playlist, and if you like practicing with music, which I highly recommend, kind of encourages a little more motivation and fluidity with the movement, or at least it does for me. So you can go to my website to find that playlist. And yeah, we'll get started. You're going to use your blocks, and we're going to set ourselves up in a supported virasana. So you're going to take 1 or 2 blocks underneath your seat. Actually, you're going to take 1 block underneath your seat. And I'm going to have mine on the medium height, so I have a little more height. Knees are in front of you, and then press your heels in towards the sides of the block. So you're staying narrow. The other block is going to be behind you. Great. Inhale, you're going to reach your arms up. Exhale, lower your right hand towards the floor. It may not touch, that's okay. On the inhale, lengthen through the left side, and exhale, fold over, side bend to the right. And we'll stay here for a few rounds of breath. So if you can roll the right shoulder back, hug the navel in, and extend through the left fingertips. Keep the left hip grounded. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lower the left hand to the floor. Again, it may not touch. Inhale, extend through the right fingertips, and then exhale, lower or fold on over towards the left. Left fingertips may ground now. Extend through the right fingertips. Keep your right hip grounded. And then see if you can lift your chest up from rotating the left waist forward. Hug your navel in. All right, inhale, extend your arms up. Exhale, lower your right hand to the block behind you. Lower your left hand outside your right thigh. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, press into the block. And then exhale, you're going to twist slightly to the right. Keep your hips level. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Twist from your navel. 2 more rounds of breath like that. Maybe gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, reach your arms up, come to center. Exhale, switch sides, left hand to the block, right hand outside the left thigh. Inhale, press into the block, find length. Exhale, twist a little deeper. 3 more rounds. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale again, twist from the navel. Spin the rib cage to the left. Maybe gaze over the left shoulder. All right, inhale, come to center, reach your arms up. Keep your arms up, exhale out all your stale air. Make fists with your hands halfway, inhale. And then exhale, Kapalabhati breath. So exhale out through the nose with an innate inhale through the nose. Mouth shuts, quick inhales and exhales. Contract the navel as you exhale. This is a great way to fire up the navel as well as the digestive system. Keep going with it, go at your own pace. Ten, 9, 8, 7, start to slow down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, extend up a little bit higher. And then exhale, release the arms down. We're only doing one round of that. You're gonna take the block behind you, bring it in between your palms. I'm gonna start to face the side. So bring it in between your palms. Bend your elbows so that they're at a 90-degree angle and hug your elbows in. Great, hug your navel in. Inhale, you're gonna reach the block up and back. Keep your elbows bent. Hug your front ribs in. And then exhale, lower the block down, shoulders align with the elbows. Great, now 5 more rounds like that. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, lower down. 4 more rounds. Hug the front ribs in. Wrap the elbows in towards each other. So notice if the elbow's splaying out. Notice if your chin is coming forward. Reach the back of your head towards the back of your space. Two more rounds. When you're finished, release the block. Okay. So I'm gonna set myself up for the sliding portion of class. So I'm gonna fold my mat halfway. And this is just based on space. So you may be able to have your mat fully out, which is great. You just need a little bit of space in front of you. Great. So once you're down, you're going to take both blocks, bring them together, so the lowest height, longest end together, and then wrap the thumb and the pointer finger around the edge of the block, and we're meeting in tabletop, so shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And then the width of the block for me helps with my measurement of shoulder width distance. And so just see what works for you. You may need to switch the height of the block so that one is on the lowest height, one is on the highest height, maybe the medium height. So just play around with the block shape. So we're in tabletop. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. Exhale, cat pose, dome your spine, gaze inward. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat, and move through a few more rounds of cat-cow. Let the movement stem from the tilt of your pelvis so that there's an activation in your navel. Take about 2 more rounds. Just loosen up the spine. edge, come to a neutral tabletop. Being specific, if you don't have the blocks, that's okay, but you're gonna take those blocks, bring them on top of your blanket on the lowest height, and then I'm gonna lower my forearms to the blocks, reach the left leg back, reach the right leg back, and find myself in forearm plank pose. Great, and then I have my palms pressing into the sides of the blocks to activate the forearms. Press into the forearms, lift the shoulders up, crown of the head forward, hug your navel in. Inhale. On the exhale, slowly lower your knees down and back, then lower your pelvis. Roll your shoulders back and you're in Sphinx pose. Come to the tops of your feet. Great, and again, I'm plugging my palms into the blocks to activate the deltoids as well as the forearms. You may even feel it in the pecs. And we'll stay here, shoulders back, crown of the head forward. Press in the tops of the feet, hug your navel and see if you can lift the chest up a little bit higher. Okay, on the inhale, lift your elbows up 2 inches. Exhale, you're gonna slide the blanket forward, straighten out through the arms, keep your chest lifted, hug your navel in. Inhale, reach the elbows back. Exhale, lower the elbows down. 2 more times like that. Inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale, slide the blanket forward. Inhale, hug the navel and slide the blanket back. Exhale, lower the elbows down. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slide forward. Inhale, slide back. Keep the chest lifted. Retract the shoulders. Exhale, lower the elbows down. Great. Now, widen the elbows. Set the blocks towards the front of your space. Make a pillow with your hands. And then take about 3 rounds of breath. Alright, you're going to come back to that Sphinx pose. Again, bring the blocks onto the blanket. Palms press into the blocks, shoulders over elbows. Great. This time, stay in Sphinx pose. Press into the tops of your feet. On the inhale, drop your chin towards your chest. Hug your navel in. Lift your thighs up, and you can keep your knees on the ground to start. On the exhale, slowly lower your thighs down, then your pelvis, roll your shoulders back, Sphinx. 3 more times. Inhale, chin to chest, hug your navel in, lift your pelvis, maybe lift your knees, press into the tops of your feet, and then exhale, lower the knees, pelvis, roll the shoulders, head back. 2 more times on your own. When you're finished, come into your Sphinx pose. All right, so we should all be in Sphinx. We're gonna connect both moves together and make a mini vinyasa. So in Sphinx pose, hug your navel and keep the tops of the feet pressed down. Inhale, lift your elbows 2 inches. Exhale, slide the blanket forward, straighten the arms, keep the chest lifted. Inhale, slide the elbows back. Exhale, lower the elbows down. Inhale, chin to chest, hug your navel and lift your knees up. Exhale, slowly lower knees, pelvis, roll shoulders, heads back, Sphinx. 3 more times. Inhale, elbows lift. Exhale, slide forward. Inhale, slide back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, chin to chest, hug the navel in, press into the tops of the feet, and then exhale, lower down, pelvis, roll shoulders back, sphinx. 2 more times on your own. Inhale, exhale. Set those blocks at the top of your space. Make a pillow with your hand. And then rest your forehead on that pillow. 3 rounds of breath. Right. Press into your palms. Make your way into a tabletop, set the blanket off to the side, and then I'm gonna unfold my mat really quickly. If you did so, if you folded your mat, do the same. And then set one block off to the side, have the other block right in front of your mat on the medium height, long ways facing towards you. Press into your palms and we'll meet in a downward facing dog. And once you're in down dog, we'll stay for about 5 rounds of breath. You can widen the upper back, the space in between the shoulder blades, hug your navel in, lift the hips up, press the backs of your thighs towards the back of your space. Take one last exhale. On the inhale, roll to plank pose. Head comes up last. On the exhale, hips lift. Lead from the hips, downward facing dog. 2 more times like that. Inhale, lift the heels. Tilt the pelvis forward. Roll to plank. Exhale, hips lift. Downward facing dog, press into your finger pads. 1 more time. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot to your right thumb tip. Drop your back knee, come to the top of the back foot, palm the block in front of you, and inhale, reach your arms up with the block in between your palms. Crescent lunge. Press in the top of your feet, your back foot. Square off the hips, right hip back, left hip forward. And then use the block to extend the side waist up. Inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows back so that the forearms are parallel to the floor. Hug the elbows in, wrap the armpits in, hug your front ribs in. Inhale, lengthen up through the elbows, keep the elbows bent. Exhale, start to reach the block towards the back of your space as if you're reaching it towards someone behind you. 1 more time like that. Inhale, lift through the side waist, through the elbows. Exhale, reach the block back, knit the front ribs. Inhale, straighten the arms up. Exhale, lower the block in front of you, tuck your back toes. Inhale, straighten both legs, find a flat back. And exhale, fold over the front thigh. Wide pyramid pose. Lengthen the back heel towards the back of your space. Ground into the big toe mound of your right foot. And use that energy to wrap your right hip back. Heavy your head. Inhale, bend the right knee, low lunge, plant your left palm down. Exhale, low lunge twist. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. See if you can lift the left hip up to meet the right, and then twist yourself open from the navel. Inhale, extend your right arm over your ear. Exhale, plant your right hand down, frame the front foot. Inhale, step the right foot back, plank pose. Exhale, lead from the hips, downward facing dog. Slightly different on this round. Inhale, lift your heels up, tuck your tailbone, roll forward, plank pose. This time on the exhale, dolphin pose. See if you can bend your elbows back. As you do so, lift your hips up and lower the forearms down. Hug the elbows in. Inhale, press into your palms, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up. One more time like that. Inhale, roll to plank pose. Exhale, dolphin pose. Lower the elbows down. If you need to lower one forearm down, then the other at a time, that's okay. Then lift the hips up. Inhale, press into your palms, chest forward, plank pose. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, left foot to left thumb tip. Drop your back knee, grab your block. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach the block up. And wrap the right hip forward, left hip back. Use the block to lengthen through the side waist. Inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows back, forearms parallel to the floor. Inhale, keep the elbows bent, but lengthen through the side waist. And exhale, see if you can reach the block back without flaring the ribs. Inhale one more time. Exhale, extend the block back. Inhale, extend the arms up. Exhale, lower the block in front of you. Plant your palms, tuck your back toes. Inhale, straighten both legs, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Stay here. Lengthen the right heel back to lengthen the back line of the right leg. And then ground into the right heel, big toe out of the left foot. And use that energy to wrap the left hip back. Inhale, bend the left knee, low lunge, plant your right palm down, exhale, low lunge, twist, reach your left arm up. Great, now lengthen the back thigh bone up, and then see if you can reach your right hip up to line with the left as you twist open from the navel. Inhale, extend your left arm over your ear. Exhale, plant your left palm down. Inhale, left foot back, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up. Great, take 3 rounds of breath and down dog. We're gonna flow through breath to movement, add on at the end. Inhale, roll to plank pose, head comes up last. Exhale, dolphin pose, bend the elbows back, lift the hips up, lower the forearms down. Inhale, plank, press into your palms, chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge, right foot to right thumb tip, drop your back knee, grab your block. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bend the elbows, forearms parallel to the floor. Stay here for 1 round of breath. Inhale, lengthen through the side. Exhale, reach the block back. Keep the ribs tucked in. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lower the block in front of you. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, straighten both legs, flat back. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, bend the right knee, plant your left palm. Exhale, low lunge twist. Inhale, right arm over ear. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, right foot steps back, plank pose. Keep your knees lifted or drop them down and back. On the exhale, lower to your belly. Come to the tops of your feet. Inhale, low cobra pose. Hug your elbows in. Press in the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can move through a child's pose. Lift your hips up. Inhale, roll to plank. Exhale, dolphin. Elbows back, lower the forearms, lift the hips. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge, right, left foot to left thumb, drop your back knee. Inhale, rise up, crescent with the block. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach the block back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower the block in front of you. Tuck your toes. Inhale, straighten both legs, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the left knee. Right palm grounds. Exhale, lift. Low lunge twist, reach the left arm up. Inhale, extend the left arm over your ear. Exhale, plant your left palm down. Inhale, step the left foot back, plank pose. Exhale, lower to your belly, through chaturanga arms, bend your elbows back. Come to the tops of your feet. Inhale, cobra of any size. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great. Inhale, gaze forward, bend your knees, hop or step to the top of your mat. Find a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, Tadasana, arms to the sides. I'm going to set that block at the top of the mat off to the side. Set yourself up for 3 rounds of Sun A. First round, we'll move together. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Inhale, inch forward. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, halfway plank, chest forward. Inhale, up dog. Tops of the feet, lift the thighs, roll the shoulder heads back. Exhale back, downward facing dog for 3 rounds of breath. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward, hop or step to the top. Find a half lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, Tadasana, arms to the sides, bringing my plant with me. Great, so 2 more rounds on your own. And feel free to skip these all together. You can come into a child's pose. You should be finishing up your last round. We'll meet in Tadasana at the top of the mat. Take about 3 more rounds of breath to get there. Okay, once you're there, you're going to take both blocks. One of them you're going to bring in between your thighs as high as it can go. And when you do so, your feet will be either hip width or maybe even outer hip width distance, just depending on your anatomy. And then you're going to take your other block again, bring it in between your palms. Inhale, reach the block up. And then exhale, bend the elbows back. Okay, we're going to stay here for about 6 rounds of breath. Ground into the 3 corners of your feet, the big toe mound, pinky toe mound, as well as your heel, and then squeeze the block in between your thighs. Find a slight internal rotation of the block, and notice if your lower abdominals start to engage. You may feel a little bit more of a lengthening in the low back. And then with the block overhead, wrap your armpits in, elbows in towards each other, knit the front ribs in, close your eyes. All right, 4 more rounds of breath. Notice if your neck or your head's coming forward, so you can reach the back of your head towards the block. Hug the navel in. Last exhale. Inhale, extend the block up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend the knees and fold forward over the front legs. Set both blocks off to the side. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, move through a vinyasa, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Great, now drop to your knees. Set both blocks at the top of your space on the highest height, and then come back into a downward facing dog. Great, now inhale, extend your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot to your right thumb tip. Inhale, high lunge, reach your arms up, stay here. Lift the back thigh bone up, wrap the left hip forward. Imagine you had blocks in between your palms and extend up through the side waist. Inhale. Exhale, reach your arms forward. So you're in a diagonal high lunge. Hug the navel in on the inhale. On the exhale, start to wing your arms back. Internally rotate the arms in the shoulder socket and palms face towards each other at the low back. Extend the fingertips back. Inhale, reach your arms forward. Exhale, wing the arms back, keep the navel hugged in, crown of the head forward. One more time. Inhale, reach forward as you externally rotate the shoulders. And exhale, back. This time, inhale, reach forward, launch off the left foot. Supported warrior 3 pose. Great. Bring your palms to the blocks, crown of the head forward, hug your navel in, flex the left foot, and see if you can lower the left hip down to meet the right. Hug your navel in and extend through the left heel. Inhale. Exhale, standing split, fold over your front thigh, point your left toe, palms can come towards the mat, and then see if you can lift your left foot up, left leg up rather. Keep the leg extended and keep the left hip parallel with the right. So imagine you're lifting the left leg up from the back of your left thigh. All right. Slowly lengthen the back leg towards the back of your space. Inhale, high lunge, reach up. Exhale, open up to a warrior 2. Stay in warrior 2. Press into the pinky edge of the back foot. Find that external rotation in the front thigh. Lengthen through the side waist. Last exhale. Inhale, you're gonna straighten the front leg, reach your arms up and flex the front foot towards your face. Exhale, point the front foot, then bend back into warrior two. 2 more times. Inhale, straighten and flex. Exhale, point and bend. Maintain that rotation in the front leg as you inhale, straighten and flex, arms up. Exhale, point and bend. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten the front leg, reach your arm, right arm up and back. And then exhale, windmill your hands down, plant your palms to frame the front foot, low lunge. Inhale, step the right foot back, plank. And then exhale, you can move through a vinyasa. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, left foot to left thumb tip. Inhale, high lunge, reach up. Lift the right thigh bone up. Reach your right hip forward, left hip back. Hug the navel in and lengthen through the sideways. Imagine you had blocks in between your palms. Inhale. Exhale, extend forward to a diagonal high lunge. Reach your arms forward. Inhale, hug your navel in. On the exhale, slowly wing your arms back, internally rotating the shoulders, palms face towards each other. Inhale, extend forward. And exhale back. 1 more time. Keep the back leg energized. Hug the navel in. On the next inhale, reach forward. Supported warrior three. Launch off the right toes. Flex the right foot. Palms to the blocks in front of you. Crown of the head forward. Hug your navel in. Lower the right hip down to meet the left. Energize the right leg. Exhale, standing split, fold over the front leg. Palms come towards the mat. Point your right toe. Keep your hips parallel and see if you can lift the right leg up a little higher and keep the right leg taut. So imagine you're lifting that leg up from the back of your right thigh. Step the right foot all the way back. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. All right, press into the pinky edge of the back foot. Find that external rotation of the front thigh so that the front knee comes towards the pinky edge of the front foot. Extend through the arms. Last exhale. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach your arms up, flex the front foot. Exhale, point, then bend back into warrior two. Inhale, straighten and flex, arms up. Exhale, point and bend. 1 more time like that. Inhale, straighten and flex. Exhale, point and bend. Inhale, reverse triangle, reach left arm all the way up and back. And then exhale, windmill the hands down. Low lunge, frame the front foot. Inhale, step the left foot back, plank. Exhale, move through a vinyasa or meet back into downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath. All right, we'll flow through each side, breath to movement just once. Exhale out. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, lean forward at a diagonal. Inhale, stay here, reach forward, hug the navel in. Exhale, wing the arms back, internally rotate the shoulders. Inhale, reach forward. 1 more time, exhale, reach all the way back. Inhale, warrior three, launch off the left toes. Exhale, standing split, fold over the fly, point the left toes. Inhale, high lunge. Lower the left foot back, reach up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Twice, inhale, straighten and flex, arms up. Exhale, point and bend. Inhale, straighten and flex. Exhale, point and bend. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms. Inhale, step back plank. Exhale, vinyasa. Or meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, lean forward at a diagonal. Inhale, stay, hug navel in. Exhale, wing the arms back. Keep the back thigh bone up. Inhale, reach forward. Last time, exhale, reach back. Inhale, reach forward. Warrior three, launch off the right toes. Exhale, standing split. Inhale, high lunge. Reach up, lower the right foot back. And exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg, flex arms up. Exhale, point and bend. Inhale, straighten and flex. Exhale, point and bend. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten, reach the left arm up and back. And then exhale, low lunge, plant your palms down. Inhale, step back plank. And exhale, vinyasa. Or meet back in a downward facing dog. All right, when you're finished, lower to your knees. All right, great work, everyone. I don't know about you, but I'm very sweaty today. Anyways, if you could not tell, we are working up towards a forearm stand practice. But I want to use props to get ourselves up. So you're going to take your belt or your strap, make a loop. And then you're going to make a loop so that when you bring your arms inside the strap, the loop will come to above the elbow, so it's resting on your tricep. And when you press into the strap, your arms should be about shoulder width distance. Great. So I'm going to come over to a wall. I'm going to take my blocks with me as well. And I want you to measure out with your blocks what works for you to keep your arms so that they are shoulder width distance. So for me, I can use both blocks on the lowest height with the long edge facing towards each other. And then I'm going to bring the thumb and the pointer finger around the edges of the blocks. Lower my forearms down, and right here I can see that my shoulders are over my elbows and that my forearms are parallel. If you need, you can change one of the blocks so that it's on the skinny height and one's on the lowest height. So I'm on a medium and a low height, and then you can do the same thing. You may even need to use one block going the long ways. So again, it depends on the width of your shoulders. So again, this is how I'm going to do mine. I'm going to take this over to the wall. And then I'm going to take my strap, bring my arms through the strap, again above the elbow so it's on the triceps. I'm going to make mine a little tighter. And the blocks are here for measurement, and the strap is here as a boundary so that when you come up, your elbows don't splay out. You're hugging in, press into your forearms, activating the shoulders, activating the pecs. Great, so I'm going to come into my measurement, thumbs and pointer finger around the edge of the blocks, lower my forearms down, make my way into a dolphin pose. Good, my forehead may touch the strap, that's okay. But gaze forward, walk in a little bit more. Inhale, lift your right leg up. I'm going to point my toe, gaze forward, and then hop up. And so we're working on hopping up. Ooh. Once you're up, point both of your toes to activate the legs and then squeeze the inner thighs together. So like we did standing, you'll squeeze the inner thighs together. Imagine you have a block in between your palms. And again, you'll use that energy to activate the navel. All right, just play around about 2 minutes. I'm gonna switch legs. And then if you don't feel like coming upside down at all, you can take legs up the wall pose or a child's pose for a little rest. So if you're working on one side, switch sides in terms of which leg you're kicking up with. Okay. So if you want to keep up with this, go ahead. I'm going to keep on going. So you'll come into a child's pose when you're finished and rest your forehead down. Bring your knees together and reach your arms back towards your heels. And let the heads of your shoulders just droop and melt over the tops of your thighs for a little space in between your shoulders. Alright, make your way up to sit. Scoot your hips to either side. Bring your legs out in front of you. I'm going to take my blanket. You can do this without a blanket. But come to sit on the edge. And we'll come into a Tarasana, so soles of the feet together. Legs are in a diamond shape. And then the flesh from your glutes is back so that you're sitting more forward onto your sits bones, which will allow you to maybe fold a little bit deeper over your legs. So inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, fold forward. You can lower your palms down, reach forward. You can clasp your hands around your feet. Use that to bring your head closer to your feet. I like to bring my forearms underneath my shins and then plant the palms down, chest forward, then fold forward. Wherever you are, stay here. Try to keep the the knees down towards the floor, so feel that hip opener. It's also a nice release in the low back. Alright, start to make your way up. Set the blanket off to the side. Okay, and then keep your feet how they are. You may need to scoot forward a little bit. reach your arms forward. Keep plugging the soles of the feet together. Inhale, hug your navel in. And then exhale, we're gonna slowly lower to our back. Keep the legs in Tirasana. Dome the spine, hug your navel in. If you run out of breath, hold. Inhale, see if you can lengthen. And then exhale, slowly lower all the way back. Great, once you're down, set yourself up for a bridge pose, heels towards the glutes. Inhale, press into your heels, lift your hips up. Hug your shoulder blades in, clasp your hands underneath your sacrum. And then reach your fists forward, press your forearms down, press into the heels, lift the hips up. 4 more rounds of breath. Alright, slowly release the clasp of your hands. Make your way down on the exhale. Okay, and then bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Figure 4, bring your left knee in towards your chest. Clasp your hands around the back of the left thigh. And then flex your right foot and actively release the left ankle. And then use your right elbow to press into your right thigh to open up the right hip. Take 3 rounds of breath. Breathe into that right hip. All right. Now keep your feet in a figure 4. Drop the left foot down towards the mat. Tee out your arms and then drop your left knee down towards the left and plant the right sole of the foot onto the mat. So your right knee is up towards the ceiling. Take your left hand to the inside of your right thigh and then press the right thigh away from you. Gaze to the right and reach your fingertips towards the right. So you're twisting as well as getting a little hip opening in the right hip. Close your eyes. Make your way back up. Reach your right leg up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, bend the right knee down. Switch sides, left ankle, right thigh. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. Grab for underneath the right thigh. And then press your left elbow into the left thigh to open up the left hip. Flex the left foot, release tension in the right ankle. Keep the figure 4 connection, lower your right foot down, tee out your arms, and then drop your right knee over towards the right and plant the left sole of the foot onto the floor so the left knee is up towards the ceiling. Use your right hand and press into the inner left thigh to maintain the hip opener and then twist a little bit deeper to the left. Gaze to the left. Bring your knees back up. Inhale, lift your left foot up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, lower the left foot down. Bring your knees in towards your chest and roll up to sit. I want to end with a supported fish pose. So you're going to take both of your blocks Bring one on the medium height behind you, going the long ways, and then the other one behind that on the highest height. Great, and then I'm going to use my strap today, and you don't have to use your strap, but if you want to, I'll show you where I'm going. You're going to make a loop so that it's big enough to fit around you. We'll tighten it. Great, so you want one end of the loop kind of resting on your sacrum. You're going to come into Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet together to touch, and then wrap, so I need to loosen it a little bit. You're going to wrap the other end of the loop around your feet, around the ankles, and then really tighten that loop so that the soles of the feet stay together. And as you tighten it, you'll notice that your tailbone or your sits bones wants to come a little more forward. Great, so knees are wide. Once you have that, you're gonna back bend from the chest, start to lower yourself down so that your shoulders rest on the medium block, and then your head will rest on to the highest block. So once you're there, you have the support from the strap for your feet to stay together. And then you have the block under your shoulders. Try to wrap the shoulder blades in to broaden through the chest. We did a lot of pectoral work and shoulder work and kind of concaving in the chest. See if you can change that, or I guess the reason why we're coming here is so that we can kind of counter that action. So chest open. Gaze is closed, eyes shut. Just breathe here. So I'm going to leave you in this supported fish pose. If you want, you can slowly make your way out and come into a Shavasana. Wherever you are, whatever resting pose you choose, I recommend staying there as long as you like. And yeah, thank you so much for joining in. I'll have more classes to come, and have a great rest of your day, or week, or weekend, wherever we are. Thank you. Namaste.